that was a demo, but looks like I have to change something about Loki. Alright, it doesn't have the original DAT. God damn, my laptop is lagging like crazy. Alright, so first off we have a LNB of Loki. Let's get started. Alright. Since this is Loki, I'm just gonna show Dorami by default. Even if the person didn't mark it. Ah, an immediate death to the opener non. That's just how it goes on TRS. We skip the early game by default unless the player says otherwise. And you are requested in the submission form to say otherwise if you want it shown. So like, if they wanted Ringo shown, they could have just they should have marked on the submission form that they want the stage 2 boss to be shown. There's a question that asks you specifically that stuff. Ah, dormy nonsense. So hard. Dreamcatcher always scares me. The schedule is shown for me if I go to the page. Did you not? Did you look at 9 p.m. my time? I mean, that's the 7 p.m. UTC that we always start at. Because at that time I didn't put it up yet because I was slow. Stage 4 is always such a breather stage. Yeah, I want to say about the Ringo spells, it's definitely really nice to get a cap of Luna set on an LMB run. That's like one of those things that you would expect to just die to. Like Lunatic September is so mean because the bullets can just hide behind others and then they will snipe you and you didn't even see them and you're basically just dying to a bullet that you didn't see. It's not even an excuse anymore at that point. Oh no, she screwed up the streaming strats. I like this waiting, not shooting when the yin yang orbs are above. Makes it so safe. Oh no. Unfortunate. Still 6 lives though. Oh yeah, this strat. Stage 5 with Raymond is quite something. Just making sure a lot of enemies don't even fire. Ouch, randomly we just ran into Red Star. Then my PC gets unusually hot from streaming nowadays. It's really worse than it usually was. Like the noise is ridiculous. Actually, it gets this when I'm recording something as well. I love the circle strat on that, by the way. I mean, I don't think it's at like I don't think it's at the immediate shutdown point. It's much worse than it always was before. Ah, trapped herself, Starfield. Nice non-dodge. Flash and strike is such scary stuff. Oh, huh, usually people do, like that strat where you start right at the top just below clown piece and you tap downwards on the first wave, which allows you to deal more damage, kill them on quicker. She didn't do it here. And she's taking pretty long on this one. Wow, it's almost timing out. This method is pretty safe though, so whatever. Rip. I think what killed is she ran into like she ran into a lone star, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I can see why. Well, it's probably gonna be 5 lives entering stage 6. I'm curious about Rain. What will happen there? Too bad. Failing the restream seems like the most likely way to die there. I think it's harder to like die by trapping yourself or when you're trying to stream. That shouldn't be too common. Yeah, for 420 million. Not anymore though. RIP 420. Yikes. That is good. Just directing the orbs to the side like that. It's basically how to race. Unfortunately, there's still the hard part of that dodge you have to make on the last part of the wave. Aww. I was hoping for an MDSW capture. Hopefully her life counts for PDH isn't too bad. Yeah, unfortunately the barking, if that happens, is loud enough that you can hear it even with the doors closed. I have my door completely closed, it doesn't even help. It's really loud. Ouch. Wow, was that two deaths? I guess it's nerves. Unfortunately, 2 lives, not that much PDH leeway. Like, I typically see people get to PDH a bit more on local LMB, but it's not impossible to get past it at all. I mean, yeah, just don't die more than twice. Death extent. Maybe. Yeah, in that case it is possible to die 3 times. Some nice dodging here. Wow. Sure, maybe? Maybe? Ah, so close. Ah. That's a 2 life finish though, very neat. Yeah, that looked mean. Damn though, that was nearly a capture. Definitely GG. Nice job on this LMB run. and there was me talking about leeway when she just nearly captures it and doesn't even need the lives. Silly me. Yep, it's LLS time, and by the way, I'm not spoiling the score as usual. Even though you said that thing about the world records. It's normal scoring? Yeah, it should be normal. A. Yeah, true. Alright. It's a score run, so I'm just going to show the full run. Let me check the volume. Video volume should be correct. Okay, that's pretty low. I'll set it a bit higher and then show the video. Alright, there it is. Yeah, it hasn't been updated yet since it's still a pretty new score. And that helps since nobody can spoil themselves then. There will be an update soon. There's still some PODD scores that I have to update as well. Right, so I will explain some general stuff about LLS that I don't need CPS to explain it for. So what you want to do in LLS scoring is, well, you want to get a lot of grace, since grace gives you significant raw points, as well as a bonus at the end. It caps out at 999 though, per stage. And there's also a lot of point items in the game that you want to collect at the top of the screen. And as was shown just yet and right now, it's pretty common to bomb at the top of the screen, which auto collects all those items at the top of the screen. It's basically the replacement of the POC in newer games. So I like to call them poke bombs. So basically, you have a bunch of plant bombs throughout the run at points that have a lot of point items on them. I guess the suicide was for new bombs. Alright, that's the one thing I wanted to ask, the function of the dream bomb, since I wasn't exactly sure about its function. Thanks. Alright, so it's like the ideal point to suicide. And while here, he waits in order to cancel this pattern at the right time. Because that's another aspect of scoring. You want to cancel the final patterns on each boss at an ideal time to get a high cancel bonus. And, well, it doesn't make that much of a difference on normal, since there are not many bullets. Although obviously you still want to do it, but like on Lunatic, the cancel bonuses, if timed right, can go up to like several millions, so it's very significant. So like the biggest stuff about scoring this game are the grazes, the poke bombs, and the cancels. Oh yeah, there's this grace on Kurumi where you just sit in that spot and you get a lot of grace as a result. Since all our patterns are aimed like around you, you sit there. Cancels matter a lot on that. Also, yeah, I will try to remember to update your name. I should remember. I'm showing it correctly here anyways. Yeah, I was gonna say that it was probably for slight damage points. I mean, there isn't really any other reason why it would do that. guess you're just waiting on this one to get more grace. What's the cancel gonna be on that? 1.4. Right, yeah, what about the clear bonus? I feel there's a pop bomb. I'm gonna come up in a bit. Yeah, there it is. Ah, so it gets multiplied by your coin item counts. Interesting. So like the pop bombs, they're not only for raw score, but they also increase the amount of score that you get from all the other things in the clear bonus. That's really interesting. So there's another pop bomb. Yep, I was aware of stage 4 being full of them. And then there's 2 in a row. Yeah, those sections just have a lot of enemies. Makes sense to bomb that. And some little grace right there. I guess most of the grace is gonna be from this boss fight. Ah, I see. I'm aware. Oh, that's Grace. Oh yeah, now I remember another key thing with LLS is that many of the grazes are point blanks where you sit on a boss, which is possible because bosses don't have hitboxes. It's done a lot on Yuka as well. I think in Extra and like Stage 4 there are also a few of them, like the mid-bosses. Reimu also has a point blank grace, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if Marissa has any. Ah, that sucks. .3. Yeah, I noticed that pattern gets unusually hard for a normal mode pattern. I was gonna ask, why is this pattern so hard? It's normal, right? but I see. Oh, this is a nice place to get a lot of grace. And I guess they just get bombed. Yep. I mean, otherwise it's straight up not possible to kill them. Also, this stage gives a lot of score right off the bat. Ah, I see. Damn, so many bombs. You were definitely right about that. .8. I always like to look at the cancel values and scoring with cancels, like the values in EUSD, the yellow ones. Oh, you can just sit in between those? Nice. I don't think I knew that when I played LLS. Still looked kinda risky to the edge despite being normal. I suppose this is the same thing as like the first section. Just stall them, get more grace. And then that's yep. Those two items were dropped. That's weird. I guess they were killed like right as the bomb finished. Oh, there we go again. Oh yeah, I remember when you told me about that crash. So what's the deal with the crash? Wait, what? You actually lost the run to it? Wow. Was that run on a better pace than this one? Or? Ah, that's great. divides by 0. That's a pretty small cancel. Is that like usual or normal? I see. And yeah, that looked pretty off. That looked pretty hard, honestly, even for a normal mode. I mean, for a normal mode. I didn't mean to say the word even. Normal rings. Right, so Yuka has a bunch of grazing spots. So what's the deal with this semi-RNG one? Which one is the semi-RNG one? I see. Right, so you do use that spot. Yeah, pretty much. It's like that one, yeah. Oh, that's a big cancel. 3.3 million. It's bigger than the clear bonus. I guess that might be the last spot bomb, or the one after this if there's still another. By the way, I'm sorry if there's a bit more noise on this stream than usual, because I have my windows fully open because of the heat. It's pretty bad today. Ah, that was the last Pokemon. Oh. I said the exact same as you said without even reading your chat message. Like, it's literally the exact same, even with the like even the emphasis on the word that was the same. Literally exact same sentence. It's pretty amazing. And yeah, there will be more bombs. Because you wanna bomb the like small flower things on that one pattern. Ah yeah, and you grace this pattern by sitting at the top to like touch those pellets. It seems like this is easy to get 999 on. Ooh, yeah, that's definitely a bad cancel and okay, so there's this pattern, and then this moment is where you want to use the bombs. Yep, those things are actually enemies. And as you can see, he's getting a significant amount of score per bomb. So he wants to spend a lot of resources on this. And then there's the final pattern. That's gonna be a pretty big cancel too. 1.8. And then a 6 money clear bonus, which makes the score a letter score. Yay. That's 105 million. Nice. GG. Ending. Nice translations. Alright. We have another score run after this one. It's gonna be DOFE. Alright, so replays don't show the score in this game, so I don't have to hide the game to not spoil it. That's convenience. This one. Full run is going to be shown. Extra is definitely short. Alright, so what he's doing here is, I assume, is just rank stalling. It's like he's not doing anything on purpose in order to wait for Lily White to spawn, which increases the rank in the game, which increases the number of pallets, which increases the amount of score that you can get. Right, so one Lily will max out the rank. The rank starts higher. Is that like a specific thing for extra mode, or? Right, so in extra mode I take it that you have to be really quick with scoring strats, because you have such limited time before the enemy will like insta-die to your attacks. Yeah, these fights are really short. Ah, that makes sense. So you want to actually focus on chaining more. Because, well, there's time for doing that. There's not really time to like wait until the match gets intense like on Lunatic, because the match simply doesn't last very long. So it makes sense that the strategy is quite different. I'm seeing that you're using your level 1 a lot. There's also a level... There are also a bunch of level 2s now though. Still quite many pellets out there to cancel before the match finishes. I guess that's just how much it helps to Lily stall. Oh wow. I didn't know that actually. So especially with Yomu, it's important to get to go for cancels. I mean chains. Right, so once you start to attack when Lily White has spawned, you want to be constantly using charge attacks, so your enemy will reflect them and give you more pallets to cancel. And that in only a few seconds. Also, that's why you use level 2s, right? Because the level 2 will fire stuff that's reflectable by the enemy, when level 3 and level 4 will not, and they also just take longer to fire. And these matches are just so short. That sounds tricky. Actually, question, what's the maximum life count on this? Since I noticed you already got a whole bunch of lives just from getting 35 million. Ah, so you're at maximum. Oh, the maximum is at 35 already, or? This is a lot more hectic than I was expecting from this mod. I was underestimating how much the rank actually helps with this. Alright, so the clear bonus is about the same as... oh wait, I think it's just like the risk that you would take if you do that. If you suicide somewhere for another round, then you don't have like room to die somewhere or something. Yeah, that's also a thing in extra. If you get hit once, you immediately lose the round. Oh yeah, second round in the first stages wouldn't give you much for sure, yeah. $71 already, nice. Oh yeah, question, does the 80 timer get longer when you have more lives? Because I remember you telling me that the Aki timer is like shorter when you have no lives. Ah, alright. Damn, big cancels. It's so satisfying to watch the final part of a POV match and see those constant big cancels with level 2s. It's really great gassing. I wonder what the final score is going to be. I bet it's like somewhere in the 100 millions range, because I remember that's how high the scores in Extra generally got. I mean, like 100 million something. The score will start with 1. Ah, it's unfortunate. So what would constitute as like safe play? Because I can't really tell the difference myself since I'm not really experienced with this. I see you were using the level 1s a bit more. As opposed to the previous stage when you were just like spamming the level 2 a lot. Ah, just no chain risks. Let's see. Also, I was gonna show an 8 shift score run that I did in this month, but I kind of feel like I want to wait until I have 7 billion. Then I will show it on TRS. So I didn't submit anything by myself on purpose. Don't really have a run I'm entirely happy with yet. this is a really lengthy fight for extra mode, so I suppose it gives a lot more score than the previous fights. Despite you saying like Gomu is worse at this, I would guess it's like still worth a lot more than the others. Yeah, you definitely need to macro dodge a lot. I noticed that the rods they tend to gravitate towards one particular area of the screen. So like if you go away towards the side and then up and hug the edge like that, it like usually a safe way of getting around that. Oh, yes, stage 7 definitely gave a lot of points. So yeah, that makes sense. If they're faster, then they will escape from you. Then they will leave the screen quicker, so it's like a bit harder to get more cancels. Whoa, was that like 218? Also, this is a my my POV is kind of glitchy, so it sometimes does this and then just crashes the game out. It's kind of silly. Yeah, that was a no miss too. That is really nice. So you got like the best clear bonus possible in that department. So yeah, it was 218, right? How much was the clear bonus actually? I didn't pay attention. It's a really clean score run from what I could tell. Definitely a GG for you. Ah, so you got like 70 million from the lives already, and then a bunch of other things like chain stuff. Ah, wow, that's definitely quite good then. Okay, so this run is specifically stage 6, or actually no, it's specifically the stage 6 boss. Actually, it's specifically an NMB of Remilia. Gotta use spoiler AL for this one. Ah, it's this one, the boss rush. Let's see. This. Yep, this seems to be in sync. Oh yeah, did I leave the EOSD volume like stupidly low? Oh yeah, that was for Kana, because Kana's mic is ridiculously quiet. So like I lowered the EOSD volume by a lot less time in order to in order to allow for Kana to actually be audible. Yeah, I'll turn up the USD volume back some more. That should be a bit better. And yeah, it's the same for me. I also haven't seen hard mode in a while. See about the RNG he's getting. This seems really doable so far. Yeah, definitely doable. What we could say is the worst pattern on hard, because I remember that Kensokyo gets like way easier on hard compared to Lunatic. Meister seems to have much less bullets following the bubbles than on Lunatic. So it's easier to wiggle your way through the round bullets. Yeah, I've seen many people say it's easier than Red Magic. Because like Red Magic is really weird. It's maybe even more inconsistent than SG, although that might be a stretch. I don't know. I'd have to ask someone who knows stuff well. Yeah, this seems like a solid NMB execution. Nice, GG. Scarlet Netherworld. Actually, we don't have to quit the game. Because we have another run in this. That's Trick's extra scoring run. I won't spoil, by the way. Won't spoil what score it gets. Same shot type. Okay, score is hidden. Oh right, I still have the boss rush on. Let's turn it off. Hang on. Alright. Yeah, this PB is gonna get wrecked, but I won't say by how much. Right, so here we have the Fairy Grace, where you sit in this safe spots right at the tops of each one, so you can tap into their points where they spawn the bullets. It just doesn't bother with the last wave. It 3 waves. He also wants to point blank grace these guys. First without the bomb, then by bombing. And of course you also want to collect the items from them. He then will use a bomb to, to get some grace from this fairy, which is specifically timed at the point where you know the fairy will die from shooting after the bomb before you would die. So Celine is the most important strat in this stage, since you get a absolute boatload of grace from bombing and suicide. It's kind of hard to get good grace from Celine because you want to follow Patchy, which is not as easy as it sounds. You want to keep being exactly on that center, and you also want to not kill her with the bombs, obviously. The bombs are timed quite tightly. You have to remember the iframes that you have when you die, and also the iframes after each bomb. You have to remember that accurately. Although I think you can use the timer to time it. So that bomb I think is for items. It didn't seem to go to get any grace from it. No, it's only X-books. You want to use a few bombs to get the items from them as well, because otherwise it's not possible to kill all of them. Alright, the star items, that makes sense. Because on Celine you increased your grace by a lot, so star items will start to be worth it. Right, so on the Flounder fight you have only one life and one bomb entering it. The first bomb gets used on the second non because it has the most bullets. So the first one is just getting timed down for grace, which is the case for all the nuns. I think he does Cranberry Trap grace? Yeah, it seems to be doing it. Or at least partially. It's a safer version. I think I did the same. I also did it like safely. And there's the corner bomb on the second non. Like 5 million. So on this spell, you want to spin around Flounder with the pattern, and you also want to have the lasers chase you, which gives a lot of grace. The spin strat is really annoying to do with Raymoves. You have to constantly change your speed in order to have the right speed, so you want to be tapping shift as you go. And Rainbow also has that issue with her speed on the fairy tapping strat. Like, I remember Cactu would tell me to never score the stage with Rainbow, and this stuff is why, although he's probably biased because he himself has like he himself messed up his hands with scoring. But yeah, I can see why it's really straining to do all those strategies with Raimi. Right, yeah, so what you do on 4 of a kind is like you suicide on a non before that so you can get the power item from the clone, which gives a cancel. I forgot to say because I'm used to the run, but yeah, that's what they do. So yeah, most of the Flounder fight has to be Element B. You want to get the spell bonuses from every spell card as well, with the exception of Celine. It's the only card that you don't capture. Unless you do that strat where you like bomb the survival card, which can actually be worth it. I'm not sure what shots do it anymore. Rip the cancel. Whoa, what was that noise? Right, so if you don't already have max here, which as far as I know is only the case on world record level, then you're gonna grace this with circling. Since that's more worth it than trying to increase the spell bonus. Definitely. Right, so yeah, it's quite a nerf walking run because you have only 0 lives for quite a lot of the Flounder fights. You can't die, it's just over immediately. It's not just a death that will hurt your score, it's just run over. So this is where I think the next bombs are going to be spent. Yeah. That's how I did it as well, and what most runs do. They will bump this 7th month. It's like 6 million per bomb, it seems. It's, oh, that one was a failed one. Ah, he's going for the speed kill, nice. Gives more score. That was neat cancel, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what was a good get to die up the cancel again. I think mine was higher. I think I got like wait, actually I remember I myself got like 1 million yellow bonus on Captain Director. So that's kind of small. You're ahead of my run space though, because I messed up that cancel on I missed the cancel on the 7th spell, 7th mon, I mean, didn't. So you just wanted to capture it as fast as possible just with the nerves. That makes sense. It's pretty amazing as well as unfortunate that you have to have 0-0 on QED on the score run. Like, there's something really cool about capping the final with 0, but it's like, it's so scary too. So yeah, that's just the standard strats for the survival. And you shoot to get the glitch damage, then you pop. Try to be as high up as possible, I guess, get the QED down quicker. Well, you also don't really want to risk anything. Just like, be higher when it's safe to do it, I suppose. Like, not right now. And boom, that's a cap. That gives 9 million, as well as a cancel, which I think is even more, because the grace is very high. And then the clear bonus in the stage is huge, since it's full of items and the grace is very high, and it's also multiplied by 2, so you get an enormous clear bonus. It's so big that the game does not even bother to roll the score all the way to the end. Like, as you just saw, at some point it just stops rolling. I think it stops rolling after 1 million. After 100 million, and then it will just skip immediately to the final score, which, by the way, is 513 million. Very nice. I really liked seeing this run. GG. Congrats on your 500 million plus. Oh yeah, and good luck on your lunatic score, because I know you want 500 million too, and you've been trying that for a long time. I want to do it too at some point, probably, maybe. I'll see about it. For now, I'm too busy going for 7 billion HFs. Alright, so next up is Daikasu's current best survival run in MOF. He's submitting this because he's going for an LNN in this game. It'll also be his first one. So yeah, guys, place your bets. What's his miss count going to be? Alright, so this is 3 miss snow bombs so far. With a miss on Hydro Camo on the final stage portion of that stage. And on PWG. I guess this stage 5 should be fun. Yep, we made it past Moses. That should be okay. Nice. And then... well, now the main issues are like the transition between the Rise and the Death Fairy, Source, and VOWG. So he starts in the right corner. It helps with that transition. Actually, it makes it look really easy. Oh, he's speed killing it. Fast. Damn, these kills give a lot of score. Just right, he has like almost 800,000 faith. He hasn't died since PWG. I bet when he elements it'll have max faith. I think that's a good source. POWG, we couldn't definitely. And then good. He's only misdirecting my dashing on the bottom. I would like when I misdirect this also, I would also go up. I guess it's not worth it. It's worth more to like stay at the bottom so you can reach back under her faster. It's probably a reason why. Yeah, dodging POWG is so cool. It's so fun to watch too. Nice micros. Yeah, honestly, this is gonna end. I feel it. Boom. Very nice. That's and then stage 5 and stage 8. Oh, and stage 1 and 2. So that's a 3 miss no bomb, 2 hydro camo, stage 3 final section, and peerless wind cut. Nice, GG. And good luck on your LNN, dude. You can do it. That dodging skill really shows. Yep, victory dance. Run validated. Alright, so this next run is in fact an LNN. Except it's a different game. Should probably rescale the window a bit. Bot champ. Okay. See if the volume is fine. It's pretty low actually. Alright, so how much of the run should I show? I don't really know what I should do for the... I guess there's not much going on in the first few stages. Like, which stage would you say is the stage where it gets challenging? Or at least like somewhat challenging? I have the notes. Actually, let's show this and then scale correct. Okay, yeah, this needs to be made wider. Okay. Should be less cropping. Then I should also make it smaller after I crop it. Like it fits with the window. Wait, it needs to be cropped much more. I mean much less. Okay. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Okay, now I need to make it like correct vertically as well, or I can just put it in the center like this. Should be just a tad more cropped. Alright. Alright, how about this? Is this fine? Okay, stage 5, that sounds good. I'll just start stage 5. Let's go there. Let's turn up the volume of it. Okay, where's stage 5? Okay, that's stage 4. Yeah, that should be it. Alright, so about this run. So yeah, this is an LNN, so he is not allowed to use his bombs. Normally, he would use his bombs efficiently to save his hypers for later. Which gives more safety, but he's not allowed to use bombs or hypers. Since, like, how exactly did hypers work again? I forgot. Right, so it's basically only possible for him to use level 4 spells, which he can use to send the opponent's boss back to their screen. Spells in this game are not like PoFE ones. They don't basically function as bombs. That's what they do in PoFE. But they give 6 iframes. Oh yeah, that was the thing. I wasn't sure anymore, but that's what I was trying to remember. That if you have that you can only use hypers when you have no more bombs left. So if you do no bombs, then effectively it's also no hypers. Like, it's kind of part of the bomb system. Right, so Reimu kind of breaks the CPU, so that makes her the best character for survival. It's not as severe as Medicine or Aya do in PoFE. So why does Reimu break the AI? Well, when the AI is going to take an accidental hit, so like a hit that's earlier than it normally would get hit during the match, then it uses a bomb to prevent it. And if they have a level 1, then it will know to use the 6 iframes that I mentioned earlier to save herself. And if the CPU has taken 2 hits and is out of bombs, it will save its energy for hypers, which is basically its secondary defense. Alright, so Reimu is not necessarily the best. Can you explain why that is the case? If she breaks the AI, that should be a very nice advantage, right? So what do the other shots have that Reimu doesn't have? Like, I mean, the other shots that are good at survival, what are their advantages over Reimu? Oh, they also break the AI or something. Interesting. Alright, so there's still a bit more to say about the CPUs. So they can't take an unintentional hit when it has bombs in stock. So if you see it die with bombs in stock, then it's a hit that it was actually meant to take because of their timing. Right, so Rikako and Yumemi, they have an easier time to get rid of enemy bosses on your screen, huh? I see. Pellets are so fast in this game. It's so much faster than pellets normally are in the rest of Touhou. Right, makes sense. Yeah, her level 1 definitely looked nice for that. Right, so I explained why what the CPUs do to defend themselves. Now I can say, why does Reimu break them? And that happens because of her yin-yang orbs. So yeah, the thing is that they aren't good at dodging large objects. Also, like what Kirby just said in chat, that they are bad at big objects, and that Yumemi and Rikako can fire as well. Yeah, so that's why. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that doesn't work out very well if you do it at the last moment. Okay. This is stage 8 now, right? Yep. What would you say are the toughest patterns to dodge in stage 8 and 9? Chili spam. I think I should recognize it when I see it. Nice. I think you used the level 4 there. Chili just despawns straight away. That's definitely very useful for survival. In fact, it seems pretty essential to do that, since this run doesn't disallow spell usage anyway. That seems logical. And no, this isn't no hits. The thing is that the condition is that you don't lose any rounds and that you don't bomb. Alright, so that was the hard one, right? It definitely looked really hard. Yeah, you're allowed to get hits in LNN, in PvD and PvP, because what counts as a miss is when you lose a round. So you're not allowed to lose rounds. That means that you also have to win the infamous Yumemi first round. So she has to take unintentional hits. That's the only way she will die on round 1. Obviously, Reimu and Yumemi herself and Hikako have the best chances of triggering those unintentional deaths, because, as we just said, the large objects that they fire. Ah, that is smart. So you use that split second of pausing to actually like read the pattern a bit. Oh wow, yeah, then that definitely must have included some unintentional hits, or been exclusively unintentional hits. Yumemi is always so scary to watch. Yeah, that looks really hard, damn. I would definitely have been hit by that as well. In fact, I would have been hit. In fact, I would have probably lost the round to that area of attack, because I'm not good at this game. I would have been hit like 3 times or whatever. Oh yeah, so he level 4'd her to make the boss go away again. damn, only one heart left. This is getting scary. Well, Yumemi is also almost dead though. Just one more unintentional hit, she's done over. She also has no bombs left, so the only way she can defend herself is to use a hyper now. So like, when she takes her next unintentional hit, she will automatically use her hyper. If she has the full gauge, at least. And otherwise, she will just lose. Yeah, true. She had no full gauge, so she wasn't able to use the hyper. So she died. And Kirby got his LNN. Very nice. GG. Yeah, that's fast, damn. They're good at this game. I mean, if you've... I mean, like... You have done so much scoring that something like this is probably easy for you. Still though, grats. Yeah, this is definitely some. Yeah, there's definitely some RNG in this. You don't know which patterns they will fire every time. And Yumemi was quite mean with her patterns, and that could very well have killed you if you weren't lucky, like you said. Like had you been hit one extra time from that, it could have cost you the match. Especially if Yumemi had managed to get her hyper before losing. Then it would have been much longer too. Ah, I see, that makes sense. I can't do survival for that long either. Except if it's GFW LNN, because GFW LNN is really fun. Anyway, that was a fun run to watch, and it's also the last run. So hopefully this time I will not forget to open up form for the next month for so long. I should probably just do it straight away, TBH. And thanks for watching, everyone. We will be back in the next weekend on the 6th of July. In the second week, though, on the 13th, I will not be at home, so someone else will have to host, because I am on a trip time. But we will see about that. Anyway, bye, and until next week.